In the last several days, social media has once again demonstrated how a single clip, a few seconds long, can ignite debates bigger than the video itself. The now viral clip of an influencer scaling a wall, posted originally as part of a personal challenge and later reshared across major platforms like X and TikTok, has taken on a life of its own. What began as entertainment has quickly evolved into a much larger conversation about immigration, border security, the power of social media, and the speed at which misinformation travels in the digital age. The clip shows a young content creator, known for attempting unusual physical challenges, climbing a tall wall with surprising ease. While the video seems simple and harmless on the surface, the internet rarely treats anything as simple. When the video migrated from TikTok to X, people began pairing the footage with captions, claims, and political narratives that were never intended by the original creator. Overnight, a harmless stunt shifted into a symbol, interpreted in countless conflicting ways. And with each reshared version, the meaning drifted further from the original context. Millions of views poured in. Thousands of comments followed. Some users shared the clip humorously, marveling at the influencer's athleticism. Others used it as a metaphor for determination, grit, or overcoming obstacles. But another segment of the internet began using the clip as a talking point for immigration issues, border policy debates, and broader conversations about national security. Suddenly, a fitness challenge was being framed as evidence in arguments it was never meant to support. This is not new for social media. We are living in a time when context can disappear in seconds, replaced by whatever interpretation people want to project onto a piece of content. A video uploaded for entertainment can instantly be repurposed for political messaging, emotional manipulation, or outrage. And when millions of people consume content at high speed, few stop long enough to ask, is this real? What is the source? What is the context? In the case of this wall-climbing clip, the original influencer has spoken out, clarifying that the video was filmed months ago, had nothing to do with border issues, and was never meant as a political statement. But by the time the clarification surfaced, the clip had already developed momentum. On social media, timing is everything, and explanations often arrive too late to slow the spread of viral narratives. As the video continued to circulate, people from different backgrounds interpreted it through their own experiences and fears. Some commenters expressed concerns about national security, pointing to the clip as an example of how quickly a barrier can be overcome. Others argued that it demonstrated the limits of physical infrastructure in addressing complex social issues. Some users accused others of exaggerating, misrepresenting, or deliberately twisting the clip to advance political agendas. The debates grew louder, and like many online controversies, facts and opinions became tangled. Media analysts observing the situation noted a familiar pattern. Viral content tends to spark controversy when it intersects with emotionally charged topics: immigration, safety, social stability, political identity. Even when the content is unrelated, people reinterpret it through the lens of issues already dominating public attention. This phenomenon often leads to misinformation, not because people intend to lie, but because the internet rewards speed over accuracy and reaction over reflection. The debate surrounding the clip highlights a deeper challenge. We live in an era where visual content often feels more real than verified information. A video can feel like proof, even when it has no connection to the claims made about it. When users fail to question the origins or context, misinformation can spread faster than the truth can catch up. And social media algorithms, designed to amplify high-engagement content, push the most sensational interpretations to the top of everyone's feeds. On X, where political discussions are especially active, where political discussions are especially active. The clip became part of larger posts discussing migration trends, border policy, and national security. TikTok users, on the other hand, treated the clip more lightly, recreating the challenge, adding music, contributing to memes, and transforming the video into entertainment once again. The same clip had two completely different lives depending on the platform, revealing how digital ecosystems shape public perception. Influencers, journalists, and fact-checkers have begun weighing in. Some emphasize the importance of media literacy, recognizing when a video has been taken out of context, checking its source, and asking critical questions before sharing. Others argue that viral misunderstandings are now inevitable. With billions of users posting, remixing, and repurposing content every day, context will always be at risk. Meanwhile, the influencer at the center of the controversy has gained thousands of new followers, some supportive, some angry, some simply curious. This is another strange reality of the internet age. You can go viral for something you never intended, for reasons you never expected, in conversations you never wanted to be part of. Internet fame can be unintentional, overwhelming, and uncontrollable. One video can elevate someone's profile while simultaneously pulling them into debates they never asked to join. The broader conversation unfolding online also raises questions about the role of creators. Should influencers be responsible for anticipating how their content could be misinterpreted? Or is it unfair to expect someone making fitness challenges or stunt videos to predict potential political ramifications? Some argue that creators should include disclaimers or clarifications in their posts to avoid confusion. Others counter that such expectations are unrealistic and place too much responsibility on individuals rather than on platforms and users. Platforms like X and TikTok are also facing increased scrutiny. Critics argue that these platforms should do more to slow the spread of misinformation, especially when content is being used in misleading ways. Supporters of the platforms argue that social media is a space for free expression, and users should be allowed to interpret content in their own way. This debate, freedom versus responsibility, is one that has shaped social media policy for years, and is likely to continue for many more. Psychologists have also entered the discussion, explaining why viral clips trigger such intense reactions. Human brains are wired to respond strongly to visual stimuli. A short video can provoke fear, curiosity, laughter, anger, or frustration more powerfully than text alone. When a clip appears to illustrate something people already care deeply about, such as national security or immigration, it triggers stronger emotional responses. Those emotions drive engagement, which in turn drives virality. While the debates continue, an important conversation is emerging about the need for better digital literacy. Many users are calling for more education to help people distinguish between content created for entertainment and content presented as factual evidence. Others advocate for clearer labeling systems that indicate when a video has been edited, remixed, or reposted outside of its original context. Whether any of these solutions will gain traction remains to be seen. At the heart of all of this lies a simple truth. The internet is powerful, unpredictable, and constantly evolving. A single piece of content can become a cultural moment, reshape public conversations, or fuel misunderstanding at a global scale. The wall-climbing clip may be just one example, but it reflects a much larger reality, one in which entertainment, politics, and misinformation can collide in unexpected ways. Watching this unfold reminds us how important it is to slow down, question what we see, and examine where a piece of content really comes from. Before we jump to conclusions, before we share, before we argue. In a time when information is abundant and attention is short, critical thinking is more essential than ever. As the clip continues to spread, its meaning continues to evolve. For some, it's inspiration. For others, it's a political symbol. For many, it's simply another example of how unpredictable the digital world has become. Whatever your interpretation may be, this viral moment offers a chance to reflect not just on immigration and security, but on how we consume information, how quickly we react, and how easily narratives can take shape without context. This is Frontline USAX, and this story is just one more reminder. In the battle between truth and speed, the internet rarely slows down. But we can.